Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a emergency session of GNN. Today is March 25th, 2024, and we have a new developer newsletter on our hands here. And also some news regarding the new mobile suit that's coming out this week. So before we get into the nitty-gritty things, we are doing this as a straight one shot, so there's going to be some mistakes, plenty of pauses. But for the most part, we want to try to get the information to you as clean and clear as possible. So without further ado, let's get into it.
パイロットの皆様、こんばんは。まずはじめに2月22日に実装されたパーフェクトガンダムについてパイロットの皆様へお伝えすべき内容があり、別日に収録しております。本機については SNS 上で連日話題になっていることを認識しております。
So I want to pause it right here really quick because I know a lot of folks, myself included, we talk about this every so often. I do see that in various social media platforms about the Perfect Gundam Thunderbolt version, and it's pretty powerful. I know some people might think it's too powerful, and a lot of OP in certain areas as well, including the skills and everything. So basically, we're going to sum this up right now. They're looking at it. I would say it's kind of a polite way of saying that there's probably going to be some type of adjustments or nerfs coming for the suit. For the most part, using his words, basically they're going to try to adjust it as best and fairly as they can without changing the overall behavior and how the suit works in reference to everything else at that cost. But let's continue.
現在、詳細なデータ集計を進めておりますが、勝率をはじめとした各種戦績が高い傾向となっております。機体の特徴や手触り感は変えずに変更を加える方向で検討を進めておりますが、調整においては慎重に対応すべく、引き続きデータ集計と調整内容の検討を行わせていただき、詳細が決まり次第、4月末の開発だよりなどにて改めてご報告をさせていただきます。調整実施まではお時間を要することになりますが、引き続き機動戦士ガンダムバトルオペレーション2をよろしくお願いいたします。それではここからは本編をご覧ください。
All right, so I want to pause there really quick because I know I forgot something really quick. But yeah, they're looking at the wins, losses, everything else performance-wise. Their adjustment is going to be coming at the end of April, so it won't make it this month. We'll still have unit adjustments as usual. So, fortunately, one more month of Perfect Gundam shenanigans, but at the same time, like, the nice thing about it is they flat out said, hey, we're going to be looking at everything from this point forward, on top of everything that since the suit's release, to kind of look at the numbers and look at everything else. Granted, I know a lot of people don't really agree with the numbers and like, it doesn't really determine how good or, how much it needs to be nerfed and so forth. At the same time, I would say to a certain extent, you have to kind of understand that as well, as much as, I feel like it is a little up there as far as other suits go. It's kind of basically the same situation, but at 550, how the Unicorn and where the Banshee Norn currently sit prior to their suits releasing and so forth. But I'm hoping you guys understand the gist of what I'm trying to relate to in that reference, that it's superly powerful. Basically, all you see is just teams of Perfect Gundams, and instances of people not running teams of Perfect Gundams is just a bad thing, which kind of sucks because the game itself has over 400 suits. In that cost range, there's like, maybe a good 20 plus, give or take. So basically, they want to ensure that people have options, and just because you don't have that suit doesn't mean you should play 550. That's defeating the purpose of this. So they'll be looking at it. And it's important enough that they put it in the front of the whole development newsletter ahead of that. So that's crazy. At the same time, to me, that feels like, okay, that's pretty important to bring it up as an important topic before the rest of the program. So, all right, enough of me rambling. Let's go. Let's keep going. But no, I'm impressed. I like it.
パイロットの皆
I think it's
様、
cool.
こんばんは。本日もご視聴いただきましてありがとうございます。バトーペ2のプロデューサーを担当しているバンダイナムコエンターテインメントの平石です。
パイロットの皆様、こんばんは。プレイステーション版バトーペ2のディレクターを担当している BB スタジオの中川です。
まずはじめにプレイステーション版のキャンペーンなどに関わるアンケート並びにフリーダムガンダム実装に伴うプレイステーション版、スチーム版合同のアンケートについて皆様多くのご回答をいただきまして
Okay, so they're talking about the survey that was in January, late
いた
January.
だいた回答につきましては現在一つ一つご意見を拝見しており、合わせて集計を行っております。これらの集計結果をもとに関係者と慎重に協議の上今後の運営方針を決めてまいります。
Yeah, so based on that, they'll
よろしく
decide.
お願いいたします。それではここからはプレイステーション版に関する最新情報をお届けします。
本日は
PlayStation
3
time.
月28日に実装予定の新
That's
機
right.
体
Spring
と
Festival's already coming
同
up in
日か
April.
ら開
So
始予定の春のバトーペ祭り2024のキャンペーン情報、ゲーム内回収の3点についてお話しします。
それでは早速3月28日に実装予定の
Alright, the
新
new
機体
suit
情報をご紹介しま
this
す。
week.
今回も映像をご用意しておりますのでご覧ください。どうぞ。
I always get juiced. I always get juiced for these things. I wonder what could it be. No. Man, you guys called it. HWS, okay. Okay, Hyper Mega Rifle. Looks like a single swing, no melee combo. Sort of like the, Alright, let me pause it here really quick. If I can find the button. Let me roll it back. Okay. So the melee looks like the same horizontal swing that the Psychomu Gyaradogo has. Only because I've been playing that for like the past couple days or so. And like looking at the follow-ups. Oh man. So the downswing is literally that horizontal swing. That's crazy. It's crazy because the neutral swing or something is very similar. It's crazy. Yeah, the neutral swing for the Gyaradoga, it's really weird. Like that. But you could follow up really easy, so I'm guessing they went with that for people to follow up into melee. So I'm assuming this is going the same route as the full armored double Zeta to differentiate from the Foz, but the full armored double Zeta that has that, enhanced ZZ downswing without the heavy attack and everything, so it's got reach. So that's pretty nice. Beam rifle is pretty cool. It looks like it's at base looking like it performs very similar to a up-powered version of the regular standard new beam rifle. So it's got a burst fire and a charge stun. I'm surprised there's no bazooka yet, because I know they list that on the Wikipedia and maybe some of the model kits too. But, because of the game mechanics, I'm pretty sure they had to reduce some of that. So, let's go. So, sub-rockets, I-field, Vulcans are Mark II Vulcans, so they're slower, actually. Yeah, slower Vulcans with the Mark II. You do have shoulder-mounted missiles, which, let's roll that back a little bit. right about here, I think. It's about 55. It's after the sabers. Yeah, slower Vulcans, the missiles come out pretty quick. So quick, I'm assuming quick build stun. And constant discharge funnels. More missiles. Well, let's back that up really quick. So defensive fin funnels. Sets an eye field pyramid that blocks damage for range attacks. I think this is the same thing as functionally as the regular new and the high new. It'll gradually deplete basically the gauge while taking damage. So basically it's not like it goes faster, I think. I don't know. I don't know if anybody really answered that question a while back, but I think that's fine. So basically overheats, needing to reload or prompting a switch to melee weapon will also end the effect. Oh. That's different. So I wonder if it's maybe specific to this or not. Not sure. Alright, let's keep going. 2-barrel mega particle cannon. This is a stop the fire. Oh. I messed up. Hit the mute button. So stop the fire, focus. Oh, must stop and focus the fire, but movement is possible. Okay, so you can charge while moving. It penetrates and it causes a hard stun on hit. Indicates buffer reduction. So, yeah, the Norn's gonna be scared of this thing. Or it should be. Just because if you get hit by this thing's gonna just bypass any type of buffer damage reduction that you're gonna have. I don't think it'll negate the resistances, so if you max it out or you have overtune parts for it, I think it might affect it as far as how much damage, but you know, the thing you also have to factor into is resistances and the fact that it has type advantage over something like the Norn. So I don't know, we'll see. Okay, Psycho Frame Resonance 1. So just like new, it has that. Shortens Psychomu lock time weapons, or basically the lock time weapons for funnels. Just like everything else, it nullifies the reactions except for stagger due to cumulative damage at the time of skill activation. Pretty standard. Has a defense system on the left arm. Oh, okay. Oh, because of the big giant shield. Okay, so it's basically a buffer. Reduces health loss by a certain amount when weapons are equipped to the left arm. So they don't specify the percentage, but because it's so big, I would say at least 15, 30. One of the two. It's usually pretty consistent. I would doubt that they would put it 10, but something as big as that, because it's a support. It's supposed to be a shield. They haven't been doing shields a lot lately, so I'm gonna say it's a buffer, probably 30%, because I think, was it? No, I forgot. The MLRS and the raid version, they don't actually have a actual specific damage reduction. It just has a health pool. So it reduces stagger from cumulative damage. So basically, kind of like MA with the big shield. Apart from toppling attacks or tackles, reaction is reduced and damage is taken is below a certain value. So basically, it's like it's got a shield without a shield. I've been seeing that a lot. That's kind of cool. And it's got a lot of coverage too, based on like the side shots that they have from the left side. So it's pretty cool. I'd like to see that more often. Alright, range limiter. Release range output limiter. So this is the same skill that the Nightingale has. A ranged weapon supporting the skill is focus, another focus can be performed. So double focus. When the additional focus is completed, enhanced range attack can be performed. So this is going to be one of those sniping suits. So you can, you know, honestly, this looks like a lot of fun so far. I want to play this. It looks good. It looks good. Mighty blow. We know this is a 700 for sure, and I think this is a support based on that. So no melee combo. It's a shooting suit. It doesn't seem very nimble. but then again, you know, it's for demo purposes. Yeah, this is a support. And this is from Char's Counterattack. This is a MSV kit. So this is not part of Beltorchica's Children or anything. It's MSV Char's Counterattack. So pretty cool. I know the Kunio Okawara illustrations, you know, they're a distinctive look, but if you look at the more modernized ones, it's pretty much on point. So very excited to see that Wednesday.
28日のアップデートより機動戦士ガンダム逆襲のシャアモビルスーツバリエーションから
The wallpaper is sick
ヘビー
looking.
ウェポンシステム装備が実装されます。本機は第二次ネオジオン構想の長期化を想定し、ニューガンダムに対して FA-93HWS 計画をなぞって並走や増加走行で機能強化を目的として立案された機体です。ニューガンダムヘビーウェポンシステム装備は地上宇宙両用
It's a ground in space,
の支
okay.
援機として参戦します。
本機は豊富な射撃兵装を活用した射撃戦闘を得意としています。まず副兵装フィンファンネル照射は6機のフィンファンネルを敵機に発射した後、敵機の周囲に展開し照射攻撃を行う兵装となっています。
Oh, this is gonna be nasty in
よどけ蓄積を
space.
取りやすく広範囲
High
に
on
わた
ground
り
too, honestly.
敵機の行動を制限す
Looking
る
at
こ
the
とが可
constant
能です。
discharge.
次に副兵装二連装メガ粒子砲の説明になります。本兵装は収束時間が長いものの敵機に対して大よろけを与えることが可能となっております。加え
I
て
think there's a
特殊干渉
mistranslation,
剤の
but
軽
I think we
減効
get
果を
the
無効
gist.
化することができるため
Yeah,
一撃で大ダメージを与えることができる兵装となります。
yeah, it looks like a lot of
防
fun.
御面においても特徴的な兵装としてフィンファンネル防御を所有しています。本兵装は使用すると磁気の周囲に防御バリアを展開します。また残弾は弾数式となっており、一定ダメージ以上の射撃攻
Oh, it's
撃を
ammo
受ける
based.
と弾数が減り、残弾がゼロになると防御
Oh,
が
it
解
is
除され
ammo
ます。
based.
ニューガンダムやハイニューガンダムの兵装とは違い、時間経過によって解除がなく、
Hold on, let's pause it right there. Unlike the Armor of the New and High New, where it does not deactivate with the passage of time, it also nullifies range attacks below a certain damage, making it highly effective. Oh my god, they made it an aggressive support. What the hell? Oh man. Like I said, I play, I was gonna say, people that know me, I play certain suits, or most generals. I'll dabble in raids and supports, but even though it doesn't have swings, this almost could be a very aggressive front line. Not quite, because you still gotta worry about the raid and everything, but I could see how mid-lining with this aggressively, you could close that distance really quickly and just range barf and just control everything and just area deny stuff like crazy. If they're describing 100% what you're able to do with this, this is gonna be it's gonna be interesting. I'm almost very curious to see how the Norn's gonna counter this, because it's gonna be at a significant disadvantage when fighting this. That there's no doubt in my mind. It's gonna have some issues fighting this, especially with the the amount of defensive and offensive options. Yeah, it's gonna be nasty.
射撃戦においては高い効力を発揮する兵装となっています。なお、従来のフィンファンネル防御と同様に格闘属性の攻撃を受けた場合は防御状
Oh,
態
it'll
が
be
解除され
canceled
る
with
ため
if
ご
you're
注意
hit
くだ
by
さい。
melee. Okay.
以上が新機体の情報でした。実装を楽しみにお待ちください。続いて3月28日から4月25日までの4週間開催を予定してい
Spring Festival
る
starts
毎年恒例
Wednesday
春のバトオペ祭
and ends on April 24th
2024の
because they're ahead by 16
キャンペーン内容をご
hours.
紹介します。
まず1点目はバトルシミュレーターの更新を行います。
Oh, before I
Try
pause it. Okay. So we're getting a battle simulator change. So if you haven't gotten your free tokens and free equipment stuff, please do that now before Wednesday night, because they're changing it back to the Shambolo and Psycho Gundam battle simulators. So this is going to be on Torrington. Please, if you're a new player just watching this for the first time, I cannot stress enough, get your stuff done. Get a friend if you need a help, because I know that scales up, or you might get somebody to carry you. Whatever you got to do, get your stuff, because once that turns over, it's gone. Then you lose out on the potential of double stuff, double rewards. So just wanted to say that in. And then since we already have it paused, basically, yeah, like I said, they're redoing everything. So they're gonna redo the trial, or they're cycling out the trial. So with the new suit, you'll be able to try the new full armored. It's basically a full armor, but the heavy weapon system new Gundam in the trial mode, and then you'll fight various Neo Zeon mobile suits in Gundam Unicorn in survival. And then again, like I mentioned earlier, you're getting to deal with the Shambalo and the Psycho Gundam. So let's continue on.
VR では先ほど紹介した新機体などに試乗ができるほか、サバイバルでは機動戦士ガンダムユニコーンに登場したバリエーション豊かなネオジオン軍のモビルスーツとの戦闘、ボスはサイコガンダムとシャンブローの連戦ミッションが可能です。また、獲得できる報酬も更新しますので、忘れなくプレイしてみてください。
Yep.
2点目は星4の700コスト。
Okay. So they're doing a free supply drop on the way. 1 4-star 700 costs. It'll be randomly one mobile suit from a pool of Moon Gundam, Dagdoll, Zaku 4, Ilya Pazom, and the enhanced ZZ Gundam, as well as the level 3 Byler Custom. That's pretty cool.
Dagdoll.
Oh, Dagdoll. I didn't say Dagdoll.
強化型ダブルゼータガンダムバイアランカスタムレベル3の中からいずれか1機が確定で入手できる無料の抽選配給を実施します。
続いて3点目は
okay. So they're adding stuff to the DP and GP exchange.
に追加される物資をご紹介します。まず DP 交換所にはこれまでリサイクルチケット交換のみだったニューガンダム。
Okay, so they explain, yeah, both New and Sazabi with the new bazooka were only available through the recycle ticket counter. I think they're adding to that Wednesday for us, Wednesday night.
リサイクルチケット交換所へは先ほどの無料抽選配給でご紹介した星4機体に加え
Oh, so the 4 stars that were previously mentioned in that free pool are also going to be added to the recycle ticket counter, as well as the overtuned mobility, the part that boosts up your high-speed movement cap. So if you have a 1-year war suit, that's level 4. We'll say 180, it bumps it up to 190 for those that are not familiar. That's pretty cool, because I know one of the things that I'm not the only one that's been mentioning it, but it would be nice to see for those that are sticking to the free-to-play model plan, that a lot of the custom parts like that, some of the overtuning stuff, be added to the recycle ticket counter. So I think that was one of the first ones that came out for overtuning, so that's pretty nice to see. Definitely a good thing so far. I know they have their time frame to do stuff, but the sooner the better is always a good thing with that.
カスタムパーツのオーバーチューン起動レベル1を追加します。
カスタムパーツにつきましてはアンケートでも
a bunch of opinions, yeah. I think that was one of them, yeah.
入手経路につきましては
Considering adding other methods to gain custom parts, yeah, so that's cool. Other than supply drops and recycle ticket counters, so
していければと思いますので、続報をお待ちください。
That's cool.
最後にキャンペーン
So that's cool because at least they acknowledge that, hey, they're looking at it, they saw the survey comments about that, they'll look into it. So that's cool. Like I mean, I can't really ask them for more as somebody that also plays this game, but then again, I wouldn't say I'm in that other category of free to play necessarily, but at the same time, like I do feel like it needs to be a little more fair for those that do choose that route. So I hope they come with a solution soon for that type of thing. Now they do have a full round of supply drop events from the 1st to the 4th during the campaign, so this is going to be April, I believe.
期間中は週ごと第1弾から第
technically the third, I
4
guess.
弾までの特別なステップアップ抽選配給を
Oh,
実施
step
し
up
ます。
campaign.
第1弾は
Okay.
厳選されたおすすめ
72
の
hours,
機体
limited supply,
4
one
機の
random
うち1機
mobile
が
suit from
必
4.
ず獲
So
得で
first
きる
one's going to be Mark
72時間
4.
限定ステップアップ
Spring
抽選
Festival.
配給となります。
So that's cool.
なお 本抽選配給はキャンペーン期間後も常設されます。第2弾以降のステップアップ抽選配給につきましては、当日の更新をお待ちください。
また、毎週10連無料抽選配給や期間限定任務、新兵&復帰兵歓迎といったキャンペーンも。
Okay, so that's cool. So we got the free 10 pulls, I think, per week for the whole month, leading into the tail end of this week, leading into April, and then we got the limited missions regarding the Char's counterattack suits. So the Gyaradoga, the Reg Z, the Jagdoga Gune, and the Quest one. So that's pretty cool. If you don't have it, rounds out your collection a little bit, and then they'll probably explain this in the next 30 seconds or so. But for new and returning pilots, they're going to be upping the clan points and XP, as well as the DP reward. So you get the 100% recon rate for people that are returning to the game. So that's pretty nice.
例年通り実施します。
春のバトオペ祭り2024キャンペーンのお知らせは以上となります。
That's cool.
最後はゲーム内回収につ
Changes
い
to
てご紹介をし
GBO2.
ます。
Okay.
こちらは5点ありますの
5
で、
points.
1
Okay.
つずつ紹介させてください。まず1点目ですが、
Premium
プレ
War
ミアム
Medal
先行
effect.
賞の効
A
果をパ
greater
ワーア
one.
ップし
They're
ます。
changing that?
これまでのプレミアムログインボーナスに DP と星4回
What? Okay. So besides the mechanic tickets, they're going to be upping the additional dueling points. I call them dueling points. There's basically DPU points, and they're also upping the 4-star modification kits. That's cool. And they're also changing the encouragement effects to be a lot more stronger, I think, percentage-wise, I guess. So that's kind of cool. If you're playing, I'm assuming, if you're playing normally, not like me, please. I'm an exception to the rule. I don't want to say, the best example, but I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like them implementing just positive changes. Like, all right, let's keep going. Sorry.
激励効果もアップします。
これまでも様々な機会や場面で DP や回収キットを
Yeah,
配
so
布していま
yeah,
し
so
たが、
basically they're acknowledging the few and frequent modification kits and quantities. Basically, I think even the mechanic tickets are lower versus like the actual unit, so it's like you have to kind of be selective about tuning stuff up. Like I don't even have everything like full tuned, and that would require, well, if I really wanted to do it, that would probably require more funds than I actually own, which is not the best decision. So
機械数
basically
に対して回収に必要なアイテムの入手機会が少なく、回収しづらい状況が考えられましたので、このような回収を行いました。
maybe
2点目に4月4日のバトオペの日から1日1回無
okay, so GBO days will have an updated mobile suit guaranteed supply drop to its content. Additionally, the content will be upgraded where one of the lines will change from including those added units to the lineup after 7/30/2020 to include those added units to the lineup. Okay. So maybe they're increasing the chances of dupes, I guess. I'm not sure how to interpret that, really.
無料モビルスーツ確定抽選配給のラインナップを更新し、2021年7月29日以降のモビルスーツが対象へパワーアップします。
3点目は新規パイロットの皆様限定
New
ですが、
pilots default mobile suit you'll carry into the game very first.
機体を更新し
Okay,
ます。
so they're changing.
ジェガン
Okay,
レベル1
okay, so they're changing. Sorry, they're changing the standard lineup of suits that you're carrying into as a new pilot now. So you're getting the level 1 Jigen and the level 1 through 4 GPO1 as a new pilot. That's actually not bad. That's actually pretty cool. The GPO1's still highly regarded as a really cool suit. It is a little more on the basic side compared to some of the more fancier stuff, but like since they've adjusted the head Vulcans for the GPO1 and it still has a very strong downswing modifier, that is a pretty good option, at least in the first 2 levels. Not sure about trying to bring it at 650, 700. You'd have to be pretty talented, but as a new pilot, I don't think that matters too much. I think it'll be fine. Kind of get your feet wet at 650, 700, maybe. But getting the Giga 500, the regular standard Jigen. That's actually pretty good. I think that's cool.
1ガンダム試作1号機レベル1からレベル4の5機を新たに追加します。これにより新たにゲームを始
You
めた
no
際
longer have to buy it from the DP exchange before you join 500, so that's pretty cool.
せずともコスト500以上の戦場にすぐ出撃できるようになります。
Yeah, that's cool.
4点目に新たな階級である中将を解放します。
This one I'm disappointed in. You took my Gilbert Sullivan reference away. So instead of having Major General, you're turning it into Lieutenant General. My Gilbert Sullivan reference is gone. It's not that big of a deal, but okay. So they're expanding the ranks then, I
ど
guess.
れだけバトオペ2で戦闘に出撃したかの目安となる情報です。腕前とは紐づいておりませんが、昇格任務を達成することで報酬を獲得できるなどのメリットがあります。ぜひより高い階級を目指してプレイしてください。
最後の回収内容につきましては口頭でしっかりとお伝えさせていただき
Oh
ま
boy,
す。
the report system.
その回収内容とは通報機能の回収です。
Uh-oh.
これまでもプレイマナーに関する注意喚起を行いつつ、迷惑行為を行うプレイヤーに対して定期的に警告及び永久停止措置を行ってきました。しかしこれらの注意や警告を無視される迷惑プレイヤーが未だ存在しており、現状の基準では警告及び永久停止対象にしづらい状況となっておりました。
また2023年9月2024年1月に実施したアンケートの分析を進めていく中で、特に改善すべき項目において他のプレイヤーのマナーに不満を感じている方が多いという結果が出ておりました。本項目はアンケート内だけではなく SNS 上でもたびたび話題になっていることを運営メンバー一同認識しております。
これまでは技術上一部の迷惑行為の感知が難しい部分もあり、対象から取りこぼしてしまう迷惑プレイヤーがいました。しかしこの度別の方法で対応できるめどが立ちましたので、改めて戦闘リザルト画面で行える
Okay, so basically they're redoing the report system. I had to figure out, I was like, okay, they're talking about a lot of the feedback for the survey regarding, harassment and, unsavory folks, because it is a multiplayer PvP game and there's going to be people that unfortunately just can't control themselves and have no repercussions for their actions because it's a video game, So that's that's kind of cool. You can actually, it looks like we don't actually have a specific label, but I'm assuming they're going into specific descriptions of what you're reporting
通報
for.
項目の細分化を行い、警告および永久停止
There
措
might
置
be
に
some
対
false
す
stuff, but I
る基
think
準
they
の
can
見
sort
直
through
し
that
と
too.
強化を行います。お手数をおかけしますが、ご協力をお願いいたします。
多くのパイロットの皆様にはご迷惑ご不便をおかけしております。今回改善を行わせていただきますが、対応が遅くなってしまい大変申し訳ございません。当然ではございますが、迷惑行為は一切許容しておりません。今後もゲームを快適に遊んでいただけるよう厳格に対応してまいりますので、引き続きどうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
I don't want to deal with it. So that's pretty cool.
そろそろお別れの時間が近づいてまいりました。中川さんから最後に一言、パイロットの皆様へお願いいたします。
今回も開発ビデオレターをご視聴いただきましてありがとうございました。今回ご紹介できておりませんが、イベント以外にも引き続き機体調整などパイロットの皆様が楽しんでプレイしていただけるよう改善を進めていきます。さらに今回の開発ビデオレター公開を記念して、この放送が終了して準備ができ次第1日1回無料で要請できる抽選配給を3日間実施いたします。
Okay, cool.
楽しみ
Free
にお待
supply
ちくだ
drop.
さい。
私も一プレイヤーとして毎日ログインして要請します。最後に私からもご挨拶させていただければと思います。本日は最後までご視聴いただきましてありがとうございました。これからも皆様に情報を直接お届けできればと思っておりますので、 応援をよろしくお願いいたします。
Okay.
それではパイロットの皆様ありがとうございました。さようなら。
That's pretty cool. I like it. I like this month's dev newsletter. It's actually pretty cool. Like, it's pretty clear that they want to try to do stuff. I'm pretty sure there is still some limitations with the game, what they can and can't do. I'm not a programmer. Anyways, well, that's it for the producer newsletter for the month of March and our emergency session of GNN. We got a significant load of information, almost to the point where I don't think I'm going to record the day of banner drop because we pretty much got a lot of stuff already. I'll leave that to some of the other outlets out there. But let me know what you guys think about everything that we've kind of looked at today. Granted, it was only a 15-minute video and we stretched that out to a full half hour. So anyways, I'm just going to dip right now because I'm actually kind of starving. This is about 11:30 in the morning as I'm recording this right now. So it's pretty nuts that, you know, we've been kind of guessing this for a long time. Of course, our options are kind of shrinking down as time goes on, but it's just like, it's one thing to guess, but it's kind of weird and kind of exciting to see once the suit is finally here. So with that said, that's it for now. Have a great day, great morning, night, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys all on the next video. Peace.